It is the morning programme on Destination Uri, streaming to the entire world and the constellations beyond. That's not a bad line, that. Allison Slater is there from space, not from outer space, not from alien territory. Tell them what space is. Remind them.
Space means supporting people and communities every day. We're a local charity that works across the Southern Health Trust region.
And you're over there on Monaghan Street in Uri, where you have a fabulous charity shop.
Yes, we have.
Lots
indeed.
of lovely bric-a-brac and stuff. And you always have the sense, I'm going to find something here.
And that's the way most people do find something. We've a range of stuff. We've from upcycled furniture, bric-a-brac, clothing, all very good quality clothing.
Yes.
And everything's very, very reasonable.
In Monaghan Street in Uri, almost opposite Brian Savage's
That's correct.
news agency shop. Now, give me examples of what, if you don't mind, how space helps in our community.
Space, we do a range of programs. We'll start our older people's programs. We have a transport service in partnership with Newry and Mourne Community Transport, taking people who live in the Mournes area, so Kilkeel, Ballymartin, Annalong, down that area. Anyone over 60 who lives alone or has struggles with transport to hospital appointments outside the Newry and Mourne area. So that's treatment in the Mater, the Royal, City, East Tyrone, any of those hospitals outside of Daisy Hill. And it's a lovely service. We have volunteer drivers who'll go, they'll pick someone up at their home, they'll take them to their appointment, they'll stay with them, they'll make sure they get in. And on the way back, they allow people to offload. Sometimes people in hospital will have had news that they didn't want to hear, and it's hard to come back to an empty house and not have somebody to offload that to.
That's a great work. It's a great charitable work, because you're giving. No, you're not just driving a car. You're giving of yourself, your time, your hearing, your attention. You're doing all of that.
And we're conscious of that, and we give our drivers, the opportunity to offload. They come back to the office if there's anything they need to offload, because it's sometimes, especially people who are going for an extended period of treatment.
Yes.
We had 2 years ago a lovely gentleman that we took up and down to hospital for a long time, and sadly he passed away at the end of it. So friendships had grown there, people had become very close to him, and that hit the whole of the staff group. We all, even the people who were answering the phone and never actually met him face to face, but he was a great character. So there's that element of it, and when people are giving you their time, we're conscious they need our support as well.
Take me to the other end of the bookshelf, the bookend that is youthful endeavour.
Youthful and our family support work. Our family support work is very, very low key. We tell people we're not social workers, we're not counsellors, we're not into do anything like that. What we are into do is make your beds, do your washing, take the kids to school, help the kids with their homework. And it's anyone where there's crisis in the family. Maybe mum's ill, maybe coming out after hospital treatment. We've had a few instances where the mum's been terminally ill. Sometimes it's behavioural issues, children struggling with things at school and they just need a wee extra help. And that's all managed through the Family Support Hub. And the Family Support Hubs are a model of working that should have been brought around years ago, but that's only new.
Do you find that people, because it's very personal at both ends of the spectrum, do you find that people are a bit nervous and a bit reluctant to come to you?
No, I don't
Really?
think that is the way. We would get we get some of our referrals are self-referrals. We would get referrals in from health visiting teams, from community paediatrics, sometimes from social workers, because these are the families that they don't require social work intervention. They're not at complete crisis point. And by allowing organisations like ourselves to step in, we can prevent them getting to that crisis point. Sometimes they need a little bit of help at the start, and then they can get back onto their feet. So people only come to us of their own accord.
Yes,
that we don't accept any referrals unless the family have signed it, agreed it, that they want us in there.
And when people come to you, very often they don't leave you, because I see some of the people who may have come to you as clients, they're in there sorting the clothes out and stacking the windows and dressing the windows.
And that's one of the joys of the work that we do. We have people who have been with us a very long time, and they've come in initially as users of the service, and they're still there. And we've helped them, we've provided training and helped them on their way. And that's, I know our director has a great wee line, is some people we help up and some we help on. And it's just, you know, everybody hits rough spots.
Of course,
And it's just give them that wee hand through it.
But over there on a day-to-day basis, you must make money at that shop, because it is in the way of things that budgets, especially within the Hill Service, are being increasingly squeezed. How strapped are you for cash? We
have been very, I was going to say lucky, it isn't. It was very, very hard work.
You make your own luck, don't you?
There was a lot of work went into it. We've actually just been awarded some funding from the big lottery.
Wonderful.
We were very lucky. We're one of 4 organisations across Northern Ireland, and it's given us 5 years funding to carry on the work and to build on the work.
So we can be sure we're going to have you there.
We're going to be there for the next 5 years.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Which is fabulous. But like anyone, when you're given funding, it's very restricted.
Yes.
You have tasks that you must do with that.
Yes.
And sometimes people don't fit into the criteria. And the shop, what it allows us to do is the money we generate from the shop is our money, and we can use that as we like.
Yes.
So sometimes somebody who doesn't fit into the criteria of the other programmes and are going to miss out, we can say, well, do you know what? We'll do it ourselves.
Yeah, we'll do it ourselves.
And that's the beauty of the shop and the importance of the shop. And I know it may sound like, oh, well, you've got big lottery, why do you need other income? That money allows us to do the extra.
For no other reason, the shop is important. No other reason than the fact I bought 2 jackets this year. Over the past few years, I buy jackets. That jacket there cost me £320. That jacket cost me £400. That jacket, which is a magnificent looking linen jacket, cost me £4.50 in the charity shop.
And nobody knows.
And it's people are there wanting to buy these things, and they're high quality things that are being passed on. So it's a huge service to people in the community.
All I can say, Rowan, is we've had 2 weddings, and I'm not going to give you any more than that. 2 weddings recently where the mother of the bride wore outfits that she bought in our shops for under £40. And in both instances, they had been looking at outfits at £400 or £500. They had travelled the length and breadth of Northern Ireland looking for an outfit.
And we shan't even talk about school uniforms.
The school uniforms.
My God, if a man or a woman has 4 children at school, you know, it's very expensive stuff.
And we're very conscious of that, and that's something that has come up just over the years. Families really struggle to get their school uniform, and schools have done everything to make it more affordable, but it's still, if you've 2 or 3 children going, it's an expensive. So that's why this year we're running our Bin the Blazer.
Bin the Blazer. Bin the Blazer. Tell them about that.
Bin the Blazer is, we feel kids come to the last day of school, they want to mark the fact that it's the last day of school. So rather, we've asked the schools this year, instead of taking your blazer home and throwing it into the back of the wardrobe, leave it at school. And we'll come and collect them, we'll get them cleaned, and we will have a flash sale probably around beginning of August of all the blazers, where they'll be sold on to families at massively reduced price.
Are schools buying into that?
Some of the schools have been fabulous.
Others maybe not, because they can be in cahoots with the supplier. Don't say anything about that.
It's not even that. Now I have to say the schools in Uri are excellent. A lot of them have signed up, or not signed up, but they have links with other charities, and they provide it. And that's good. As far as we're concerned, that's not a problem for us, because as long as the families that need it are getting it, we don't care where it comes from.
We had good news this morning, actually, from St. Patrick's out in Katy, the secondary school there, who ditched, not only did they bin the blazer, but they binned the 11 plus in 1980. And now they've been recognised as the top secondary school in the United Kingdom.
Going forward.
And they're going forward and doing great things there. Why do you do this? What's your provenance as a professional?
Mine, I have been working with charities for probably 15 years now. Prior to that, I was a civil servant for a while. I worked for commercial companies for a while, I started to do a degree in social work and felt it wasn't just right for me. Finished my degree anyway, went down the line of social policy and restorative justice, so it was quite interesting earlier, and ended up working for a local charity, worked for big charities, and then I came to what was South Down Family Health Initiative, and I'm totally passionate about what we do.
You sense you've come home.
Yeah, very, very much. It's that little, sometimes people just need a little help, not a lot of help.
Yeah. There speaketh Allison Slater.
Thank you.
From Space on Monaghan Street, opposite Savage's shop. Get in there and see the value that awaits and the good that can be done with your money. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ron. Very much appreciated. Thank you.